Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 13th of, I think, 13th of September 2021. Right now, I am with the ninth Cambridge class, and the subject we are studying is D Maths 4024. And today we have set our hearts to solve exercise exercise 6B. And we are working on the exercise 6B, and the exercise 6B we have already done. This is the second lesson on the exercise 6B. So, and we have already done question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, and question number 4, and I have shared that video with you also. So if you have missed those that lecture, you can watch that video. And today we are starting from the question number 5. So let's start. So we are on the question number 5. Okay. So if you look at in your book, the question number 5 is that the vertices of a triangle A B C are: point A is -4, -2. The point B is 8, -2, and the point C is 2, 6. Find the perimeter and the area of the triangle ABC. This diagram is it is drawn in the question. So this diagram is part of the question. I have also, you can see that I have drawn that diagram here. It's a grid, and I have plotted the 3 points given. The point A is -4, -3. The point B is 8, -2. The point C is 2, 6. Question number 5A part is there are two questions in that part. One is find the perimeter, and then he asks you to find out the area of this triangle. So let me find out the perimeter of this triangle. For finding the perimeter of this triangle, you need to find out the three sides. So I will find the length of the AC, I will find the length of the AB, and I will find the length of the BC. So you can see here that the AB length is, you can apply the distance formula. So we apply the distance formula on A and B. So 8 minus -4 whole square plus -2 minus 2 whole square. So 8 plus 4, that will be 12. 12 square will be 144. And -2 plus 2, that will be 0. 0 square is 0. So you have 12 square and under root on it. So that square and under root will be cancelled. So the length of the AB is 12. So you can see here, then then I applied the distance formula on the AC. AC is also the side of that triangle. So 2 minus -4 whole square plus 6 minus -2 whole square. So it will become 2 plus 4, that will be 6, and 6 square will be 36. 6 plus 2 will be 8, and 8 square will be 64. 36 plus 64 will be 100. So when you take the square root of the 100, that will be 10. Now I have the length of the AC, I have the length of the AB. Then now I will find the length of the BC, this side, BC. So apply the distance formula on B and C. You can see I have done it. So 8 minus 2 whole square plus -2 minus 6 whole square. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 square will be 36. -2 minus 6 is -8. When you take the square of the -8, it will become plus 64. So 36 plus 64, that will give you 100. When you take the square root of the 100, that is 10. So now I know the three sides. So the perimeter of the triangle ABC will be the AB plus the AC plus the BC. If you add up all the three sides of the triangle, that will give you the perimeter of that triangle. So very simple. So 12 plus 10 plus 10, that will be 32 unit. Do you understand how we found the perimeter?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So in the B part, in the next question, first question was find the perimeter of this triangle. And then he asked you a question that find the area of this triangle. So try to understand this. You see,
If I suppose this as the base of the triangle, try to understand. This is how I found the area. I suppose this horizontal line is the base of the triangle. This AB is the base of the triangle. Then this is the third vertex. From here, perpendicular will come on this line. You see the y value here is -2, the y value here is 6. So this height will be 8. This height will be 8. From -2 up to 6, this height will be 8. So the height of the triangle is 8. The base AB is 12. So you know the formula for the area of the triangle is 1 by 2 into base into height. 1 by 2 into base into height. That's the formula for the area of the triangle. So 1 by 2 into 12 into 8, that will be 48 units square. So the area of the triangle ABC is 48. Now in the second part, he says, hence find the length of the perpendicular from A to BC. He wants us to find out the perpendicular. You can see here, I have shown that. He wants you to find out the perpendicular from O onto BC. Okay, he wants you to find out the perpendicular. Perpendicular means which makes 90-degree angle or makes a right angle the BC side. He wants you to find out this A value, this perpendicular. Now I will suppose that this is the base of the triangle. The BC is the base of the triangle, and I already know what is the length of the BC. In the first part, the BC is how much? 10. The BC is 10. The BC is 10. Okay. So if I take this as base, then this will be my height of triangle. Area of the triangle I already know. So the area of the triangle will be 1 by 2 into base into height. Area of the triangle is 48. 1 by 2, the base I have supposed is BC, and its length is 10. In the previous part, we have found this length. And the height is, we don't know. We have to find out. This is the perpendicular from A onto BC. So this will be this. Take these two to the other side. So this 2 will multiply. The 10 will divide on the other side. So the height will be 48 multiplied 2. That will give you 96. 96 divided by 10. So 96 and 10, you can cancel them. At the end, the answer will be 9 whole 3 by 5. So the height of that thing is, that perpendicular is 9 whole 3 by 5. So it's a very, very important, uh, this part, especially when he wants the perpendicular from one vertex to another side. This is a very and famous, very important and very famous question. It's frequently asked in the O levels exam. So these questions are not that easy, okay, to comprehend. Actually, now the biggest concern is that because we are working online, so it's very important that you do these questions at your home yourself also. Then you will understand these tricks. Okay, it's very easy to watch the video and you think that you understand them. This is not the case. You understand only when you do these questions yourself. So we are done with this question number 5. Do you understand this question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are moving to the next question. The next question is coming up on your screen is question number 6. If you have your book with you, you can read the question. I'm reading that question from the book. It says, the diagram shows the triangle ABC with the vertices A, the coordinates of A are -2, 1, and the B is 1, 1, and the C is 3, 4. He says the first question he's asking is find the area of the triangle ABC. So you can see that I have given in the question, and we have plotted these points. So AB, I'm taking it this as a base, and this base is 3. Its base is 3 from -2 to 1. So that base is 3. So if that base is 3, and then the height of the triangle is from this third vertex a perpendicular which comes on this line, this baseline. You see, the height of the triangle might be a side of the triangle, and it might be not the side of the triangle. For example, in this case, the height of the triangle which I have represented with the blue color line, dotted line, I put arrows on it, that height is not the part of a side of a triangle. This is not the side of the triangle. It is, and plus this is outside the triangle. The height can be outside the triangle. The height of the triangle can be inside the triangle. It might be the side of a triangle, or it might not be the side of the triangle. So here the height is outside the triangle. Height is basically the line coming from the third vertex onto the base, it should make 90-degree angle with the baseline. So this is your baseline. This is your baseline basically. This is the third vertex. From here, a perpendicular coming here. So the y value here is 1 and the y value here is 4. You can see here. So the difference between these two is 3. So the height is 3 and the base is also 3. So you can find out the area of the triangle by applying the formula 1 by 2 into base into height. So 1 by 2 into 3 into 3. So that will be 4.5 units square. So you know how we found the area of this triangle. The diagram is given in the question. If even it is not given, we will draw this on the grid. So then our life will become easier. So that was the question number 6 part A. Then we have the question number 6 part B. He says find the length of the AC. He says find the length of the AC, giving your answer correct to 2 decimal places. He wants us to find the length of this AC. We know the coordinates of A and we know the coordinates of the C. We will apply the distance formula. X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. 3 minus 2 whole square plus 4 minus 1 whole square. So it will be 3 plus 2, which will be 5. 5 square will be 25. 4 minus 1 will be 3. 3 square will be 9. So 25 plus 9, that will give you 34. So when you take the square root of the 34, it will be 5.83. So the length of the AC is 5.83. That was the second part of the question number 6. He wants you to find out the AC length. Do you understand these two parts?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's move to the next part. Shabash, shabash. Now we are moving to the next part. The next part is very, you see, is easy, but it's very tricky. And in this part, he says that find the he says that, let me read this question for you. He says that given that the ABCD is a parallelogram, he says that the ABCD is a parallelogram, and find the coordinates of the D. You see, the A point, B point, C point are already there. So with their coordinates, we have drawn them on the diagram, and he wants you to find out the coordinates of the point D. And it's a parallelogram, and the name of the parallelogram is very important. It says A, B, C, D. So it means you have to join A with the B, B with the C, and then the C will be joined with the D, and then D will be joined with the A. So D is not, we don't know where is the D. Okay. So you know that in the parallelogram, the opposite sides are equal. The opposite sides in the parallelogram are equal. So you can see that the from B to A, if you look at the diagram from B to A, you have to move horizontally in the left direction 3 steps. From B to A, which is already drawn in the question, you have to move 3 steps horizontally towards left from B to A. So same thing you will do for D. From C, you will move horizontally towards left 3 steps. So from C, if you move horizontally 3 steps towards left, so the x of the D from 3, if you move 3 steps to the left, the x value will become 0, the y value will not change because we have not moved vertically. So the D will have the coordinates 0, comma 4. Do you understand this idea? Hello? Do you understand this idea?
Yes, sir.
Only E shall understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think that this is not that easy, very easy, and not that easy. So let's move to the next part, and the next part is question number 6. And in the question number 6, we have the fourth part, and it says, I'm reading the statement of the question. He says, given that the k is the point t comma 4, given that the k is the point t comma 4, he says, and the area of the triangle ABCK is 12 units. Find the possible values of the t. Okay. Now, in the given diagram, you can see that A, B, C points, we know where they are. He's talking about another point. The name of the point is K. Its coordinates are T, we don't know what's its value, and 4. T comma 4 means the Y value is 4. So you can see that dotted line I drawn there. So that K point is supposed to be on that line because its Y value is 4. C also has Y value 4. The point C, its Y is also 4. So what I will do, we put a dotted line there. So the K can be on the right side of the C, or it can be on the left side of the C, depending upon the value of the t. But it is sure that the k is on that dotted line. Why I am sure that the k is on on that dotted line? Because he said that the coordinates of the k are t. We don't know what its value. Sorry, and 4, comma 4. So y value is 4. So the k point is definitely on that dotted line. Another very important thing he told us is that the BCK, the triangle which will be formed by the BCK, its area will be 12. Okay. So you can see that it's a little tricky question. The perpendicular distance from the B onto that dotted line, the perpendicular distance from B onto that dotted line is 3. Okay, the y value of the B is 1, the y value of the C is 4. So the perpendicular distance, the vertical distance between the perpendicular distance, I mean, that will be acting like a height of the triangle, is 3. We know the area of this triangle, 1 by 2 into base into height, that's equals to 12. So 1 by 2, the base is question, and the height is 3, equals to 12. So base will be 24 divided by 3, and the base will be height. Base will be 8. So it means if the base is 8, the point K is either on, that this is the point C. It can be 8 step in towards left, or it can be 8 steps towards the right. If it is 8 step to, because the base is 8, if it is 8 step towards left of the C on this dotted line, then the coordinates of the t will mean the cx, the value of the x coordinate of the c is 3. So from 3 subtract 8, so you get -5. So the k coordinates which will be on the left side of the c will be -5 comma 4. And if the k point is on the right side of this point c, this is the point c, if it is on the right side of this C point, then it will be 8 step in this direction. So its x will be, this x is 3. So add 8 in it, and it will be 11. So if the k is here somewhere, then its coordinates will be 11 comma 4. So the k, there are two values for the k. One is minus 5 and the other, sorry, there are two values of t. One is minus 5 and the other one is 11. The coordinates of k can be minus 5 comma 4 and 11 comma 4. This part went a little tricky. So that was the question number 6, part 4, and it's not that easy. Okay, means it's easy, but it requires a lot of concept. What do you think? Do you understand this idea? I think it's difficult, but maybe
Yes, sir.
you
Yes,
understand.
sir.
Yeah, good. Then it's very good. Okay, so let's move to the next question. The next question coming up on your screen, that is question number 7. The diagram shows the triangle ABC with the vertices A point minus 1 comma 1, B point minus 1 comma minus 2, C point is 3 comma minus 1. So these are the coordinates of those points. The diagram is given. I have also drawn this, you can see on the screen. He says find the length of the AB, BC and AC. That's the first part. Very simple and straightforward question. You can see that we have plotted those points. I've joined them to make that triangle. His first question is what is the length of the AB? So I will apply the distance formula on the point A and B. The coordinates of A and B you can see there. Just apply the distance formula x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. It will be like minus 1 minus minus 1 whole square. So it will be minus 1 plus 1, that will be 0. 0 square is 0. And then you have minus 2 minus 1 whole square, that will give you minus 3 whole square. So when you take the square of the minus 3, that will give you plus 9. And then at the end, you have to take the square root. So your final answer will be 3. It means the length AB is, the side AB is of the length 3. Then the question is find the length of the BC. And on your screen, you can see we have done the length of the BC. B and the C, two points, their coordinates are given. Apply the distance formula. X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and square root on top of that. So you will have 3 minus minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 minus minus 2 whole square. So 3 plus 1 will be 4. 4 square will be 16. Minus 1 plus 2, that will give you 1. And 1 square will be 1. So 16 plus 1 will be 17. So under root 17 will be 4.123. So this is how you will find the length of the BC. In the same way, he says find the length of the AC. The length of the AC you can find out by taking the A and C point and applying the distance formula. You can see here we have applied the distance formula 3 minus minus 1 whole square plus and minus 1 minus 1 whole square. You see 3 plus 1 will be 4. 4 square will be 16. Minus 1 is minus 2. And when you take the square of the minus 2, the answer is 4. So 16 plus 4 is 20. So square root of the 20 will be 4.472. So that was the first part of the question number 7. He simply asks you to find out the length of the AB, BC, and the AC. So this is how you will do that question. Okay. So now we are. Do you understand this? It's very simple question. The A part is very simple. You just have to apply the
Yes.
distance formula. Okay. So question number 7, and it's B part. He says find the area of this triangle. Now you see, if I take the AB side as the base of the triangle, it's a vertical line, and the length of the AB is 3. Then the height will be the perpendicular from C onto the AB. That's a horizontal line, and its length I can count from the grid is 4. I can count it from the grid, it's 4. And you can understand this like the x of the B is minus 1 and the x of the C is 3. So if you move from minus 1 to 3, that will be 4. So the height is 4 and the base is 3. So apply the formula of the triangle, the area of the triangle. That is 1 by 2 into base into height. So 1 by 2 into 3 into 4, and that will give you 6. So the area of this triangle is 6 unit square. So that was the second part. That then the next part is the coordinates of a point E are 3 comma k. So there is an unknown point, and its coordinates are 3 comma k, and the area of the triangle BCE is 14 units. Find the possible values of the k. That's the third part. So we have a point here whose coordinates are 3 comma k. Its x coordinate is 3, so I have drawn a dotted line, so that you can see that black dotted line, which is passing through the C, the vertical black dotted line. That E point is on that line. How do I know this? Because the x is 3. The x of the E is 3. So it is supposed to be on this line. Then he says that the triangle BCE. So wherever that E point is, the triangle BCE, its height will be 4. The height is the perpendicular from B onto the dotted line which is passing through the C, and that perpendicular distance from B onto the vertical, sorry, I said horizontal, vertical line passing through the C, that dotted line on which the C is and on which the E will be, and that perpendicular distance is 4. So the height of this triangle is 100% 4. I don't know what will be the base, so 1 by 2 base into height equals to 14, and I will find the value of the B. That will be 14 into 2 divided by 4, and that the answer is 7. So the E point is either 7 steps up from the C, above the C, on that dotted line, or it is 7 step below the point C on that dotted line. Because the B value came out to be 7, so the E point is either 7 steps above the C point on that dotted line, or 7 steps below that C point on that dotted line. So you see, E will be the y of the point E, which is represented with the k here, will be -1. You see, the y of the C is -1. So if you add 7 in it, it means the point is above the C. You add 7 in it and you get 6. So the E coordinates, if you move 7 steps up, its coordinates will be 3 comma 6. And if the k value, if the E point is below the C, the y of the C is -1, and you further move down 7 steps, so the y value will become -8. So the E coordinates will be 3 comma -8. So you see, put stars, if you have your book with you, put stars with question number 6 and 7. They are not straightforward questions, because we have already done. They might be seems to be easy to you, but when you do it, when you have a brand new question about this concept, this trick, it can cause problem. So please mark these questions. They are not straightforward questions. Do you understand this question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so we are moving to the next question. I'm telling you, these questions are not very simple. They require, you should be practicing them at your home. Okay, only watching these video lectures or watching the video of this lecture on a YouTube, that is not enough. By God, you have to practice them, then you will actually understand them. Okay, so question number 8, I'm reading the question number 8 from my book. The distance between one points and the coordinates of the points are given. A is 1 comma 2t, and the b, its x is 1 minus t and its y is 1. He says the length of these a and b, ab length is under root 11 minus 9t. So his question is find the value of the t. So this question, mathematically it's challenging, but with respect to the concept of distance formula, it's very simple. You see the 2 points are given, their coordinates are given, and the length, the line joining them, the length is also given. So it's very simple. Just apply that formula. So the distance formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So 1, y2 is 1, the y1 is sorry, the x2 is 1 minus t, and the x1 is 1. So I will write 1 minus t minus 1 whole square plus y2 is 1 and the y1 is 2t. So I will write 1 minus 2t whole square and a square root on it. And we already know the distance is 11 minus 2t. So I will take the, so now you can see 1 and minus 1 are cancelled. So you are left with minus t only. So the square of the minus t plus 1 minus 2t whole square equals to under root 11 minus 9t. And I will take square on both the sides because both the sides have a radical sign on them. They have those square root signs on them. So I will take the square, I will take square on both the sides. So you see that square and that the radical sign, that square root sign, they will be cancelled. So you are left with the, okay. Another very important thing is that is how you open that 1 minus 2t whole square. So 1 minus 2t whole square, I opened it with the help of the algebraic identity, and that algebraic identity is a minus b whole square. In your 8th class, you must have learned that we how to open this. This is a minus b whole square. The formula is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we say square of the first term minus 2 into first term into second term plus square of the second term. So 1 square is 1 and minus and 2 multiply first term multiply second term, that will be 2 into 1 into 2t, that will give you 4t. And then we will have the square of the second term plus square of the second term. So that will be the square of the 2t and that will be 4t square. So now you have t square plus 4t square, that will give you 5t square minus 4t and then plus 1 equals to 11 minus 9t. Bring 11 and minus 9t from the right side towards the left side. So you will have 5t square minus 4t plus 9t plus 1 minus 11 equals to 0. So you have 5t square plus minus 4t plus 9t give you plus 5t, and 1 minus 11 give you minus 10. So you have take the 5 common. So you can see the 3 terms, they all can be divided with the 5. So take 5 common. So if you take 5 common, that then you will have t square plus t minus 2. That 5 will go on the right side. Here it is multiplying. There it will divide. 0 divided by 5 will be 0. So that 5 will disappear. So now you have t square plus t minus 2 equals to 0. So in your 8th class, you must have learned the midterm breaking. I will multiply the extreme terms that give you 2t square. I will write down its factors. 1 into 2. Oh, there is only one factor. So by subtraction, I should get plus 1. So I did the midterm breaking. So the middle term is broken into 2t minus t. The extreme terms are same. T square plus 2t minus t minus 2 equals to 0. And then I will take the t common and you will have t plus 2 inside the bracket. From the last 2 terms, I will take the minus 1 common. So I will, in the bracket, the signs will change. We will have t plus 2 in that bracket equals to 0. And then I will take that bracket t plus 2. That bracket is common. From the 2 terms, that bracket is common. So when you take t plus 2 bracket common, you will have in one bracket will be t plus 2, the other bracket will be t minus 1 equal. You can see that there are 2 brackets which are multiplying with each other, and that the answer is 0. They are multiplying equals to 0. So when this happens, either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0, or they both are 0. So I will make them equals to 0. So you will have t plus 2 equals to 0 and t minus 1 equals to 0. So t will be equals to minus 2 and t will be equals to 1. So this is how you do your question number 8. Means with respect to the distance formula, the thing is easy. But with respect to the rest of the mathematics which is involved here, it requires the basic knowledge of how to take squares, and it also requires the knowledge of midterm breaking, factorization, and then solving the equation. So it's very important. I'm daily telling you the exercise, the chapter number 3, the chapter number 4, the chapter number 5, the chapter number 6 of the D2, which you studied in your 8th class. They are very, very important. Their basic knowledge is required here. So, what do you say about this question? Do you understand this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, we are moving to the next question. The next question is question number 9. And in the question number 9, he says, show that the point A, which is minus 1 comma 2, point B, which is 5 comma 2, and the C, which is 2 comma 5, are the vertices of an isosceles triangle, and also find the area of the triangle ABC. So first of all, I have to prove that this triangle is an isosceles triangle. If you I have drawn that those points on the grid so you can understand them easily. And if you want to prove that these are the isosceles triangles have two sides equal to each other and the third side is different in length. So we will first of all find the length of the sides. I will find the length of the AC. You can see that I applied the distance formula on the side AC. We've applied the distance formula and we found that the length is 4.243. Then we applied the distance formula on the AB, the coordinates of B and A. I applied the distance formula and we found that the length of the AB is 6. In the same way, we applied the distance formula on the BC side, and we took the coordinates of B and C and we applied the distance formula, and we came to know that the length of BC is 4.243. So now you can see that the two sides have the same length. The AC is 4.243 and the BC is also 4.243. The third side AB is different. So if you have a triangle whose two sides are equal to each other and the third side is different, we say it's an isosceles triangle. That's the definition of the isosceles triangle, that the two sides, it has two sides of equal length. Do you understand this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in the next part, he says find the area of this triangle ABC. If you want to, I have drawn this on the grid. If you do not draw this on the grid, then it will become very, very, very difficult. But if you draw this grid is not shown in the question, so I have drawn it myself. So if you draw this grid, you will see that the AB is a horizontal line. I have drawn that triangle on a grid in my solution, and you can see that AB is a horizontal line. So the length of the AB is from minus 1 to 5. So this is 6. The length is 6. So I will consider that the AB is my base. Then the height of the triangle will be the perpendicular from C onto the AB. The Y value of the B is 2 and the Y value of the C is 5. So that perpendicular will be 3. So in this triangle, the base is 6 and the height is 3. The height of the triangle is inside the triangle. Okay, the height is that line which comes from the third vertex onto the base and makes 90-degree angle with the base. So the height of this triangle is 3 and the base of this triangle is 6. So you can easily find the area of this triangle. The formula for the area of the triangle is 1 by 2 into base into height, and 1 by 2, the base is 6 and the height is 3. So the area will be 9. So the area will be 9 unit square. But do you understand this? Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are moving to the next question. That is question number 10. By showing that the points P, which is 3 comma 4, the Q, which is 3 comma 1, and the R, which is 8 comma 4, are the vertices of a right angled triangle. Find the length of the perpendicular from P to QR. So first of all, the statement of the question, they have not shown that grid. I will, in my solution, we have drawn that grid. I'm telling you. Uh, so I am telling you again and again that let me Aisha in. So somebody said Aisha wants to be in. So where is she? I don't know. So somebody wants to get in, and who is that? Aisha. So I'm not able to find her here. Okay. Sorry. Say sorry to her. Okay. So we are almost at the end of our lesson. So I try to add her, but I don't know. That is not showing up. The message is not showing up where I have to admit the people. So they say we draw that grid, and when we draw that grid, and you see what happens. Uh, First thing which I have to do is I have to prove that this is a right angle triangle. And the procedure that how you prove that a triangle is a right angle triangle, we learn this thing. Okay, how you prove that something is some triangle is a right angle triangle. So what you do, you find its three sides. And for example, here I will find the PQ side. I apply the distance formula. The PQ side is 3. I applied the distance formula on the QR, and I found its length, that's under root 34. And then I applied the distance formula on the PR. So that is 5. So find the length of the three sides of the triangle. That's the procedure how you prove it. That is a right angle triangle. Then you find the square of the largest side. The largest side will be under root 34. And if if the square of the largest side is equals to the sum of the squares of the two smaller sides, if the square of the largest side is equals to the sum of the squares of the two other sides, then you will say it's a right angle triangle. If that is not equal, they are not equal, then it's not a right angle triangle. So here we did this. The largest side is under root 34, and its square will be 34. Obviously, the other two sides is 3 and 5, so you square them. So that will be 9 plus 25, that will be 34. So the square of the largest side is equals to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So if this is proved, this holds, it means that the Pythagoras theorem has been obeyed. The Pythagoras theorem is the hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So this triangle has obeyed the Pythagoras theorem. You must have studied the Pythagoras theorem in your 8th class. That is a chapter in the D2. And so this triangle is a right angle triangle. Do you understand this idea?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
understand this idea? How we prove that this is a right angle triangle? We found its three sides, and then we checked if the square of the largest side is equals to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. If this is so, then it means that this is a right angle triangle. So we have proven that this is a right angle triangle. Then the next question is find the length of the perpendicular from P to QR. First of all, I will find the area of this triangle. You see this PQ and the PR, there the angle is 90. So if the PQ is the base, that side is how much? That side is 3. And the PR side, which will be the perpendicular of the triangle or height of the triangle, that is 5. So just apply the formula of the area of the triangle. That will be 1 by 2 into 5 into base into height, and that will be 1 by 2 into 3 into 5, and that will be 7.5. That's the area of this triangle. Then the actual question is, what is the height of the perpendicular from P onto QR? He wants you to find out this, the perpendicular from P onto this QR. I already know the area of this triangle. If you already know the area of this triangle, I know the length of the QR. I will take the QR as the base of this triangle, and then this will be the height. Area already we know, that's 7.5. So I will apply the formula that 1 by 2 into the QR, which is the base, and the height I want to know, that's the perpendicular from P onto the QR. And the area of this triangle I already know, that's 7.5. So 1 by 2 into the QR is 5.83 into the height equals 7.5. So if you make H the subject of the formula, or you make it alone on the left side, that 5.83 will go on the other side, it will divide. That 2 will go on the other side, it will multiply. So 7.5 multiplied 2, that will be 15. 15 divided by 5.83 will be 2.573. So the perpendicular from P onto the QR will be 2.573. So this is how you do question number 10. A last question is left. If you allow me, give me 2 more minutes, and then we will be done with this whole exercise. Do you understand this question? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are moving to the next question. That's question number 11. This is exercise 6B, and we are on this last question. Just let me quickly read the statement. The vertices of the triangle PQRR, the point P is 1, 3, the point Q is 5, 4, and the point R is 5, 11. Find the length of the perpendicular from Q to PR. Okay. So you can see that I have drawn this on a grid, and don't confuse it with the right angle triangle. This is not a right angle triangle. So first of all, let me tell you, if suppose this is your base, the length of this vertical line will be 11. The length of this vertical line will be 11, and this will be the height then. So its x value is 1. Here the x value is 5. So this base will or this height will be 4. So if this is the base and this is the height, the area of the triangle will be 1 by 2 into base into height, 1 by 2 into 4 into 11, and that will give you 22 units square. So the area of this triangle is 22 units square. I'm telling you again, if you actually draw this, I have drawn the grid with freehand. This is not a right angle triangle. Okay, that P and Q is not a horizontal line, it's an inclined line. Okay, so don't confuse it with the right angle triangle. Okay, now I know the area of this triangle. Then the actual question is, what is the length of the perpendicular from Q onto the PR? So first of all, I need to find out the PR. So the PR, I know the coordinates of P, I know the coordinates of the R. I will apply the distance formula, and you can see I have applied that distance formula with the blue color writing on the right side. You can see we found the length of the PR, that is 12.65. So the PR I will take as base. Now I will suppose that this PR is the base. This PR is the base. Its length is 12.65. Then from Q, the perpendicular here, that will be the height of the triangle. I already know the area of this triangle. So I will apply the formula 1 by 2 into the PR, which is the base. Height I want to know. Area I already know 22. So 1 by 2 PR is 12.65. Height, I will make this height alone. This will go on the other side. It will divide. This will go on the other side, and it will multiply. So when you do this calculation, the final answer will be 3.48. So the final answer will be 3.48. So that's the perpendicular coming from Q onto PR. So, my dear student, that was the last question of the exercise 6B from the D3 book. And this exercise is not very simple. You see this video lecture and you think that you know these questions. By God, this is not the case. Practice them at your home, and then you will be able to understand these questions. So, thank you very much, everybody. And it was a great pleasure of teaching you all. So, thank you very much, and have a good day, and God bless you all.